Helen over in Chile Competa. Sunny but cold on the Isle of Wight. Kieran, Helen over in Chile Competa. That's live. Kieran and Mark are over in Australia, which is lovely. I think somebody is tuning in from New Zealand for the first time ever, which is cool. So welcome. Let me just put this in here and in there. And there we go. We've got people chatting. I watched, actually talking about Cornwall, Melanie, I watched on Amazon Prime. There's a documentary with George Ezra. I don't know if anybody else has seen this, but he walks from Land's End to John O'Groats, and it's fascinating. I don't know if you all know who George Ezra is. He's the singer. My kids love him, and yeah, we I don't know how it came up on my recommendations on Amazon, but we thought, you know what, we'd watch it, and it was a really good documentary. He walks through loads of locations that you'll all recognize, but it's all good. Live right now on YouTube, talking AI, robots, and ChatGPT. All right, so let's crack on, shall we? Right, so here's the format. Here's how it's going to work. You all can keep your cameras on. Just please make sure your microphones are muted. What I'm going to try and do is I want to make sure that we can go through as many of these as possible and give real life examples. We're going to talk about what this new phenomenon is. And obviously there's been videos out there on YouTube about it. Obviously there's been some great training on this already. Bart over in Australia did some real good examples last week. What I want to do is, first and foremost, if you don't even have a clue what ChatGPT is, I did a video back in December on this, just before the little sort of Christmas break. It's back on the YouTube channel. Just go and tap into it, hit videos, scroll down, you'll see it. And we did some like little messing around. But since then, well, Boostly as a company as a whole, we've been playing around with it loads because it really impacts our website business for the better. But also as well, we've been delving into much more. So ChatGPT is part of OpenAI, right? And if you don't know what OpenAI is a company that was co-founded by Elon Musk. You may have heard of that name, and a chap who founded Y Combinator. And so Elon's now left, and ChatGPT, OpenAI, is basically founded by this company. It's getting tons of attention at the moment. Loads of people are looking at it. Big companies are looking at it. Microsoft and Google has invested in some way, shape, or form. And ChatGPT is one of their products. They've got many products out there, but ChatGPT is the one that everybody is sort of just gravitating and sort of going towards. There are a lot of other things out there and solutions out there that I want to sort of educate and show to you. Maybe not today, but we'll definitely get there over time. Before we go any further, if you're watching this after the 30th of January, ignore this bit. But if you're watching this before the 30th of January, then please go to this domain, boostly.co.uk/AI. Because what I'm going to do next week is Book Direct Day. So Worldwide Book Direct Day. It's an awesome day. It's a day when the hospitality world comes together and we spread the awareness of direct bookings, right? Which is good. What I want to do is I want to do some training around it, and I want to bake into AI and how it's going to impact us as hospitality owners, not only now, which is obviously 2023, but moving forward. And, you know, one thing I want to say to everybody is don't be afraid of it. You know, we can sort of run towards it, and it's definitely something that can help us in the small, medium, and long term. So first things first, boostly.co.uk/AI. Go on, pop your name down, pop your email down. The training starts next Monday on the 30th of January. It's going to go for 5 days, 5 p.m. GMT every night for 30 minutes. We're going to walk through different aspects of it. We're going to look at research. We're going to look at implementation, so how we can implement, and we're going to look at the future. I've got loads of things lined up for it. I'm just going to now structure it into 4 days, and so how we can break it all down, but it's going to be really good. So first things first, what is this? Now, if you were to go into Google, and if you were to type in ChatGPT, all right, Some of you may able to be lucky enough to get in. So let me share my screen. So this is what it looks like now for most people. If you can get in, this is great. This is what it looks like. If you can't get in, because obviously it's super powerful, super popular. It took Facebook, Instagram, years to get to 1 million subscribers. It took this 5 days. So it's a lot of attention to it, right? So if you can't get in, the best thing to do is to go into your Google, right? And type in ChatGPT Playground. And the domain it will give you will be beta.openai.com playground. Okay, so this one here, click on there and it will take you to a screen that looks similar, but not same. The screen it will take you to will be a different version of it, which will have playground at the top. They're both the same. I feel like the other version is better, but having something that's just a little bit worse is better than having nothing, right? So this is what we're talking about, ChatGPT. They're both the same. So what you're able to do with this for the first time ever for free is to have an assistant, pretty much, right? And the way that it's going, this tool is to be used, but not to be relied on. It's exactly what we should be doing with Airbnb, right? We should be using it, but not relying on it. Now, with anything, what I love to do when something like this comes along is to play around with it and see how it can impact. And the thing that I'm getting from this, number one, if you are going to use it, ChatGPT is only as good as the command that you put in. It is only as good as the information that you give it. The people I have seen that have used it and have instantly dismissed it is because the commands of the questions that they're asking it to do is minimal to none, like 3 words, right? So the better the command, the better that you will get back. But also as well, the more this becomes widely adopted, the more this becomes used, we're going to come to a world where all of our content will look the same, okay? So if you all take it on board and you all copy and paste it and you all use it, then let's say 90% of every business will look the same. And the social media copy that they use, the website copy that you use, all of the things, right? So we've said this for a while. The cream will always rise to the top. So if everybody's always doing the same, if everybody zigs, you zag. So this is where the top 10%, the good copywriters, the good designers, the good people on Fiverr, those are the ones that are going to succeed and thrive in this because they're going to be able to make you unique. But if you just rely on this and copy paste everything that it gives you, then you're just going to look the same. I believe that maybe this year, maybe next year, who knows? But when you run a search on Google, for example, or when you do anything, there'll be a tag to say this is user generated content and this is AI generated content. Because at the moment, the prime example today in the Facebook group, I shared a really good post from LinkedIn from Tyann from Touch Day, right? And Georgina first back saying, was this done by AI? And I was like, no, this is actually her. So it's like now it's like you have to sort of check yourself if this is a AI generated content or if this is user generated content. All right. So everything that I'm going to show you today, cool thing that we're going to do, have it as a guide. Like I said, for the first time ever, we're able to have a mini assistant with us who can help us, whether it's research, whether it is ideas, whether it is whatever the things we're going to go down, but we're never going to rely on it. Okay. Use it as a sticking point, which is exciting. So first things first, then in the chat, if you can do, just give me a yes or give me a no. Have you been playing around with ChatGPT? Give me a yes, give me a no. Okay, we've got Harrow saying yes, Marie saying no, Paula saying yes, Shirley saying yes, Robin saying no. Okay, so we've got a nice bit. Okay, now give me a yes if you're using the playground or if you're using the main one. So let me know just so I can get a lay of the land. What are we using? Everybody that said yes, are we using playground or are we using the main? Okay, bit of both. Fantastic. Okay, so if you haven't got anything yet, you can play around with this as we're doing this. What I want you to do, go and sign up for the Playground one. It will get you through it. So beta.openai.com/playground. You will find on the main one. So if I'm on the main one here, so if I come at the top, it will say from time to time that, hey, we're at overcapacity at the moment, so come back later. But I'm going to show you examples on both. You can pretty much run the same commands into both. So let's get started, shall we? So first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste these in, because there's nothing worse than seeing somebody tap away on a computer when you're watching this back. So I've got the ones all set up already. So the first question is, what can I do with ChatGPT? Okay, so this is the question that you can put in. And it thinks for a couple of seconds, and then it will spit it out. Okay, so with ChatGPT, you can do X, Y, and Z. So it says here, you can act as a chatbot, text completion, summarization, language translation, content creation, sentiment analysis, and more. Now, what I want to achieve with this is I want for us to be able to put it into practice for our businesses. So one of the first things that I see a lot of people struggle with is figuring out what their avatar is. So give me a yes or give me a no in the chat, the Zoom chat. Do you struggle, or have you struggled in the past when it comes to finding who your customer avatar is? Okay, so yes, yes, and no. All right. So for anybody that is struggling, now it's a big part of the playbook, right? So you'll all should have used this book by now, the Book Diet Playbook. A big part of it is about uncovering your avatar. But even to the day, people still come to me and say, we're struggling with our avatar. We don't know who it is. Now, one thing that you can do, and again, I'm going to put this into the Zoom chat. This is good. This is going to be the copy that I'm going to put into the robot now, into the AI, into ChatGPT. So create me a market research piece for the typical type of person who visits insert town name. So we've got people from all over the world here. Okay, you can put your town name, you can put your state, you can put your country. So what I want for you to do is, first and foremost, let me just put this into our one here. So create me a market research piece for the typical type of person who visits, and I'm just going to put York as an example, right? So this is market research. This is me as as an investment. I'm currently in, let's say, Manchester, right? So I don't know York. So if I lived here, right, and if I've been here all my life, I've got a pretty good idea of who would visit York, right? But say that I'm in Manchester, say that I'm in Cornwall, say that I'm in another country altogether, and I've done the research, and I would really like to have an investment property, a hospitality property, a short-term rental in York, because I love the place. You know, I really want to. I've done my research. I feel like York is a fantastic place. You know, I've run the numbers, done the deal analysis, and I can see that I can have a real good return of investment on here. But what I really want to know is how my potential property could stand out from the rest. So I want to do a bit of market research. Again, if you were to go and do this on, say, Google, you could be lost for hours trying to find a decent blog X, Y, and Z, but you ask this robot and it will give you a pretty good indication. So try running this now in ChatGPT. If you've got your own up and running, I'm going to do York. Okay. So it creates it here, and it's done within, well, a minute, which is really cool. So York is a popular destination in the north of England, known for its rich history and cultural heritage. The city attracts a wide range of visitors, including families, history enthusiasts, and culture seekers. In this market research piece, we will examine the typical type of person who visits York and their characteristics. And then it goes into demographics. It goes down to travel habits. It will go down to X, Y, and Z. Now, again, this is only to be used as a guide. It's not the be all and end all, but it gives you a good indication. So from here, you could take this, okay, and you could maybe speak to a brand specialist and go, okay, so this has been the market research that's been done by ChatGPT. Does this coincide with your expertise, and how can we branch off on this? But it's better from doing this than going from literally a blind start where you haven't got a clue. So again, you've done the initial, which is the initial type of research. So, okay, so this is what we know about here. right? And say that we go down this route, say that we invest into yacht, we get our property set up, and our niche that we're going to go down would be, say, families. Okay, so people at 35 to 40, 54, they've got families. Okay, so you got the property up and running, so you've done the research, right? Research boxed off. Next thing, what you want to do is you want to start promoting your property on social media. One of the big pain points that you've told me is coming up with content. So content creation, content inspiration. Okay. So you know that families is going to be your key. You've got a property that is fantastic for families. It's laid out. It's in York, and families is your main demographic, your main target audience. This is the thing, the conclusion that you've come from doing all of this, right? But you're stuck on things to type and things to look for. So you want to have a little bit of inspiration when it comes to social media, let's say Facebook posts. So bearing in mind that your target audience is families, bearing in mind that you're in York, we're going to come up with, again, and you can do the same for yours. This is what I'm going to put: Facebook post ideas for a vacation rental in York who is targeting Harry Potter fans. Now, you could substitute Harry Potter fans for whatever you want to be substituted for. So, for example, if you were in Newquay, Facebook post ideas for a vacation rental in Newquay who is targeting surfers, right? So wherever I've got the town, you can put insert your town, and who is targeting insert niche. Okay, so that could be something that they enjoy. So let me just run this through. And again, it's super quick. And again, it amazes me how quick this is. Here are a few ideas for Facebook posts to promote a vacation rental in York that is targeting Harry Potter fans. Calling all Harry Potter fans, come and stay in our cozy. So again, it's going to spit out, like, I think 2 to 3, maybe even more. And again, for you as a short-term, well, a business owner, you can take that, you can put that onto a Facebook post, you can grab an image of Harry Potter or the Shambles or whatever, where Harry Potter is based off, and you've got a post. You know, you could grab all 5 of these, you could schedule it so you're ready to go for a month's worth of content. Or if you've, outsourced and you started hiring, you could just pass this over to a team member who could do this for you. Okay. Now, if you've never seen this technology in full flow before, this looks pretty, like, mind-blowing. If you've used it before in the past and you've had a little play around with it, this is the sort of things that that you can expect. So here's just a couple of ideas, right? What I want to do now is, members of Boostly, let's see how we can impact you and your business right now, whether it's website, whether it's social media. So everybody who's in the Zoom room. So again, members of Team Boostly, they're with me right now in the Zoom room. Everybody else is watching on YouTube Live. So the people who are in the Zoom room, how have you been using it, and what would you like to sort of play around with? Anybody that's there, have a little jump in the chat and just say, what have you been using with it? How have you been playing with it? And what else would you like for it to do? And let's see what we can come up with. So Hara's been using it for a social media post. Laura put answers to a complaint, which is good. Paula put keywords for the website. Liam said, used it for 50 ideas for posts, and it was great with titles. Nicholas said, help me to write a newsletter, some Facebook posts. Jack, very similar, but expanding on the first question. SEO, property descriptions, social media and keywords. SEO, SOP for cleaners, so standard operating procedures, or IPO, if you've read the Clockwork books. Blogs. Okay, so Mark put itinerary for different guest avatars. One thing that I would say when it comes to SEO, be really, really, really careful with this, because as any SEO expert has rightly put over the course of the last couple of weeks, is that Google isn't daft. None of these search engines are daft. And they're going to very quickly be able to identify which content is user-generated content and which content is going to be AI. So when it comes to using it for SEO, just be really careful, because I'd hate for you to go down this rabbit hole, spend hours doing all of the things, only for Google to basically just bin it if it sees it that is AI generated, because it doesn't matter what information that OpenAI got, just wait for Google to make their play. And this is one of the big things that we've got to look for next in all of this, is how do people react? Now, you can already see what Microsoft is doing. It's looking to pump $10 billion into this OpenAI software, and Google's already laying off a lot of members of its staff to get ready for this, for AI. And obviously their next move is going to be very interesting. But again, when it comes to this, use it as a guide. Let's not redo everything on your website or just scrap the wheel when it comes to SEO. That's a little warning. Yeah, and Kieran's just put, absolutely, ChatGPT is flagged by Google as spam, and don't rely on it and only use it as a base. I think this is just like with everything, use it as a base. One thing that I do really like it for is inspiration. So, for example, we've been working on a website here, and I was getting really stuck with the tagline. Okay, so we asked for a strong tagline and a sub-headline for your website, because it's the first thing that people see. So we grabbed the tagline, and I mentioned at the start that, you know, we are using AI for inspiration now. So we should never ever have to use Lipsum or you know, the Latin words in a website when you need placeholders for text, because this technology now helps when it comes to filling in gaps. So a big part of, you know, our team is we've got to take the information that our clients give us and we put it onto a website to make it look epic. But sometimes we don't get everything that we need, so we'll have to wait and wait and wait. But now with this, we can just run it in. So if we've got a website headline that we're sort of deliberating over, instead of just being sat there and waiting, we can use this as a guide. So my current website headline is, can you please suggest alternatives? And one thing as well with this technology is I'm very bad at spelling. I use Grammarly as my guide for all of this, and you don't have to get everything spot on correct with your grammar and your spelling for it to work, which is really good. Let me just go back into this, what it's doing. So as you can see here, alternatives, accommodation. So can you please suggest alternatives? So it's put it here: luxury furnished rentals for your home away from home. That's very standard on website copy. Enjoy the comfort of a fully furnished rental, relax. So it's given these different variations of it. So for yourselves, when it comes to, and we're talking about, you know, marketing, your website copy, your website title, sorry, the thing that's going to be the hook, the thing that stands out when somebody's looking, but also as well, we sort of take it more closer to home, and other alternatives of listing sites, your Airbnb. So your Airbnb title, how can you grab the attention from there? Also as well with the description, with your bio, captions, you know, everything on your Airbnb listing that you need to be filling out, you need to be utilizing this. Okay. Now, Boostly got involved with a company last year, I want to say last March, and they're called Listify. Now, everybody who is part of Boostly right now, you get full access to this. So we've been utilizing GPT-3 for some time now, and so many people didn't really jump onto this when we first started. But I feel like with the emergence of all of this technology that is now readily available to us, I want to just come in and quickly show you again so you can all start jumping back in, because what Listify does is it takes all of the technology that is currently readily available and it puts it into a piece of software that is ideal for our industry. Okay, so you've all got access. Everybody that is part of Boostly, I have just put the login details back into the Zoom. I put this in Content Creator, and you know, you've got full and free access to this as part of being part of Boostly. So please do go and check it out. What I want to do now, for as we're finishing off this sort of segment, is show you the other tools that are becoming available to short-term rental hosts and business owners, and how you can put it into practice. So for example, on Boostly, powered by Listify right now, if you come on here, you've got title, you've got description, area, rooms, list building, about and beta. So if you've got listing builder here as an example, build your listing step by step, choosing the next section as you go. Text will appear in the results panel. So property type, location, ideal for bedrooms and key features. Now, if you come to this and you're going, well, I'm not kind of sure who it's ideal for, or key features or whatever, right? This is where you can quickly jump into ChatGPT. So let's just say this one, York, my property, my location is ideal for typical visitor is a middle-aged adult with a high level of education, right? And then you can pop that into here. So you can combine the two tools together, all right? And then once you go through these step features, it will run a script here and it will give you copy to put out. Also as well, those of you that are using Facebook advertising, Facebook ads, and struggling to come up with the copy to use in Facebook ads, it's got a beta section for you here. And also as well, the About Us page of your website. So these tools you can easily use combined together to give you some fantastic results. And again, everybody on Boostly is able to get access to that. Now, we only get a certain amount of spins every single month. I can pretty much guarantee, even though we've just refreshed our spins, they're going to go pretty quickly because everyone's, we're a bit quieter now. Everyone's excited by this new technology. So everyone's going to go and check that out. But it's there and it's used it, and we've got it every single month. Obviously, as well, there's loads of other tools that are coming readily available for people to use. And ChatGPT is obviously free, but there are some out there that are very low cost, but I've been looking at and playing around with, and it's got some really cool results. So I just want to quickly show you a few now. We're going to delve into these a lot more in the training that's coming up next week. So boostly.co.uk/AI. But let me just show you a few that we've just sort of discovered. So one is decorai.io. So let me just put this into the Zoom for everybody. For those that are struggling with maybe new interior design or coming up with ideas on how to stage your properties, this tool is pretty cool, to be honest. You can go onto it and you can style it however you want. You get 5 ideas for free, and then you start paying. We've been messing around a little bit with it, and it's giving us some really cool ideas, particularly with websites where we haven't got the best images. We sort of put these in here, and we're coming up with some cool things. The next one, I want to give a shout out to James Mitchell for this one. He recommended it to me, and this one is called synthesizer. I kind of haven't got a clue how to use it, but how to pronounce it. But as you can see, it's right there. And the best way to describe this is, we all know the importance of videos, right, on social media. But I know a lot of you aren't confident speaking on camera. I know a lot of you aren't confident putting your face on camera and talking, right? This takes that away from you. It's free to create. Once you start to go past the free one, it's like £23 a month, and you can create up to 10 videos. But the way that it works is that you give it the script. Okay, so you give it the script, and again, use the tools together. So if you come on to ChatGPT, you can ask for it to create you a script for a social media video. You can have the video behind. So the video could be a walkthrough of your property. Okay. And then on the screen would be one of these AI peoples, and you can do it in all the different languages. You can do it in all the different nationalities, etc., and they're talking through. In terms of social media, in terms of a scroll stopping video, this is up there, which is pretty cool. So synthesizer. Let's just watch this video super quick. Let's see if it plays.
Hey, I'm Anna, and here's a quick Synthesia
Synthesia. What an awful name.
Product demo. Start by selecting an AI avatar.
Like me.
Or me. Or me.
Then type in text in.
You can hear that, right? It's not just me that can hear it. Give me a nod of your heads. Can you hear it? Yeah. Thanks, Robin. Nodding away.
Over 65 languages.
And choose a narration style or local accent.
When you're ready, add your text, shapes, and other design elements. Choose a font or upload your own. You can also upload other brand assets, such as your logo, which you will find here for any future videos. Position everything easily thanks to the snapping function. If you need, you can also add a soundtrack. Next, start adding and styling visual elements. You can upload your own images and videos or select from our free media library with over 1 million assets. Alternatively, you can save time and get started with a fully customizable template. Once selected, here's how easy it is to customize it. Start by changing colors in bulk to match your brand identity.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. Go check out that, go figure it out, have a little play around if you want. And if you get some videos, Boostly members, pop it into the group so we can have a look at it as well. Another one, obviously, the more that this becomes popular, the more that these big companies that are out there are going to take advantage of it. All right. One of the big ones that I've seen already is Shutterstock. So you may have used Shutterstock in the past. It's how you get license-free images. But now they're tapping into the world of AI and how you can create an image. So let's just put in something here, property, vacation, rental, property by the sea with a blue car, right? Literally the first thing that came to my mind. This is totally free, 10 to 15 seconds, and I'm sure you'll have to pay for it if you want to download it. But on the other end, we'll spit out an image. So pretty cool, just like that. So again, if you're looking for, say you're going down the route of putting together a business plan to invest in a property or whatever, and you need some ideas, then you can do it like here. Shutterstock is just one. There's plenty others that are out there. I've also seen a demo, which is in investment only mode at the moment, of a tool that is coming that will help you do property investment research. So what do I mean by that? This is just a normal Google Chrome extension that sits on it, but when you click on it, it pops up. Do you remember back in the day, Microsoft Word had that little paperclip that would come up if you needed it? So imagine the AI equivalent of that on your website, and say that you go to Zoopla or you go to insert estate agent website, right? And you could type in your parameters. So I'm looking for a 3-bed property with 2 bathrooms, looking for a 20% cash on cash return, looking for X, Y, and Z, and I'm looking for this area. In the past, you would have to do a lot of research trying to find that. You'd have to go to maybe AirDNA to do a bit of research, flip to a couple of other sites. This will literally, you program it in and you ask for it to go do. And this is being built right now. That's pretty powerful. That's what's coming next. And also as well, another one that's happening, it's literally being built as we speak. And I know there's a lot of people with a lot of money implementing this already. But when it comes to marketing and when it comes to sales, let's just set the scenario that you've got a property in Leeds, okay? And in Leeds, you've got all of these businesses that are being set up, right? Obviously, you've got Channel 4 that's just moved there, or there's hospitals or whatnot. And you've got all of these phone numbers of agencies, recruitment companies or whatever. And you want to put your your business in front of them. And you've got, say, 100 numbers. And for you to call those 100 numbers would take you a lot of time, right? So what the next thing that's coming is that you could utilize this software, not ChatGPT, but another version of it, OpenAI, and it will blast out text messages for you, and it will create the copy, it will send it, and it will deal with responses as well, with a goal of you then hopping on the phone. So it gets past that first phase. So maybe it'll limit down 100 down to maybe 4, and then you'll drop them a personal call in then. So it's like, it's very interesting what's coming, and it's very exciting. In my opinion, it will get rid of 90% of Fiverr, but the cream will always rise to the top. So the really good freelancers, the really good salespeople, the really good copywriters, they will rise to the top and they will thrive. It's the ones that aren't very good that are going to be affected by this, because AI will be able to replace and remove everybody. The good thing for you watching this now with a hospitality business is that it doesn't negatively impact us in any way, because what we do is it's heads on beds, it's hospitality, it's making people, have a great experience, which is fantastic. It can only impact us in a positive way, which will help us with one of the main problems that we have, which is time. We always go, I haven't got enough time to do X. I haven't got enough time to do Y. You can utilize these technology that's coming down our way to make you have like a 24/7 assistant that for the most part will be free, which is cool. But the other thing that a lot of you struggle with, because you've told me, is focus. So my key sort of message as we end this live video for today is don't get stuck in the shiny object syndrome, because there's going to be a lot thrown at you over the course of a couple of weeks and months that are to come. Try and implement what will have an impact now, and then slowly but surely try and build it into your day. Now, if you find that all of your time is taken up in messing around with X, Y, or Z that doesn't have a core impact on your business, then get rid of it. Stop doing it and come back to it when you've got systems and structures in place that means that you've got more time to do it, because there's going to be a lot of shiny objects being thrown at you. So use it. Don't rely on it, and take advantage of it in the best way possible. For everything else, bin it, ignore it. And as always, I will come back to you when I know more on the good things that it's doing and how we can utilize it. Next week, I want to have a full week with you all. This is just a 45-minute live video. Next week, I want to do 5 days where we can properly dig into everything that we've discussed and more. So, for example, let me just grab up the schedule that I'm putting together. So day 1 is going to be research, so proper research. Day 2 is going to be inspiration, but also as well tapping into Book Direct Day, which is the 1st of February. Day 3, which is going to be implementation, and day 4 is going to be the future. So Tuesday to Friday. Monday is the launch party, as we always do, explain the week. I've got some fun games for everybody to do. And talking about fun games, seeing that we've got so many people on, I want to test something with you all. Okay, so don't go anywhere yet, because we're going to do a game and we'll have a winner. But I'm going to launch the very first Boostly quizzes next week. So it's going to be replacing Spin the Wheel and all that cool stuff. So let me just bring it into here. So first and foremost, in the chat, those of you who are with Zoom, let me know what your first impressions are. Let me know how it will impact you. Let me know how you are planning on using it while I just get this loaded up. So Wendy says, this is such good insight, massive impact as I hate writing. Yep, absolutely. How is it going to impact, and how are you planning on utilizing this? Idea creation, 100%. Sue says confused but inspired. Absolutely. I hate writing. I think a lot of people do. Doing some blogs. Fantastic. I love using it for social media, content writing, etc. Save time with everything. Yeah, absolutely. People are going to be trying this, which is lovely. So have you all managed now to get logged in okay? Have you been able to get the links okay as well? Yeah, good. So you've all been able to get logged in, which is the main thing, because I know a lot of people were struggling when it came to getting logged in. Playground, which is good. So Playground is exactly the same. All right. So what I need for you to do now, if you have got, if you're watching this on your phone, so let me know right now, have you got a phone or have you got something nearby where you can just quickly switch over to? So a tablet or a computer. Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant. All right, let's see if this is going to work. If this works, fantastic. All right, so go and grab for me, if you may, the other device. And what I want for you to do, if you can, I want for you to go to a domain for me, and it's called Kahoot.it. Let me bring this up on the screen. Once you are there, so let me share my screen for a sec. We're going to play a little game, which is here. So it's KAHOOT.IT. All right, it's going to ask you for a PIN. And the PIN is this: 7316223. So come and join in, because this is a brand new idea that I've had. This is the Big Boostly quiz. Jack's already in, so I know that this works. Awesome, right? This is an idea that I've had, and I've tested it once and it went down well. I tested it with a few people. I tested it with Liam, but let's see if this works today. So I've got a couple of questions, and the winner will get a special Boostly prize. I don't know what it is yet, but let's all have a go at this. So grab another device, whether it's a tablet or a laptop or a computer. Let's see how we get on with this. So we've got 50 people. I'll give you 10 more seconds to join. The PIN is 7316223. So this technology was very popular in schools, in classes and whatnot. And I've been looking at it to do with Boostly for a while now. And I am trying my very best to take this on stage with me, as I'm going to be doing some pretty big talks this year. And I thought it'd be a ton of fun, but I wanted to test it with everybody in this Zoom. Seeing we've got so many people, we'll see how it goes. All right, we've got 47 people. I'll give everybody 5 more seconds and then we'll click start and we'll see what goes on. Blick, you've just got in. Robin's just got in. All right, here we go. We've got some music as well. Can you actually hear the music as well? No, you can't hear the music. All right, let's go. Okay, so it's going to ask you questions. All right, and it's fastest finger first, which is really important. So first question, what is the name of the company on the rocket below? Very easy question. All you got to do is answer. Press red for Boostly or blue for Bruce Lee. And you've got 7 seconds to answer. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Superb. So 41 people answered. And 41 people answered correctly, which is Boostly. So well done. Now, tell me this. Do you hear this round of applause? No? Is there a round of applause? All right. That's good. So I can do rounds of applause as well. Okay, so this is the premise. It'll come up on your device and you got to tap it, right? So the next, who's winning this? Debbie and Christy. Debbie and Christy. So Debbie and Christy will have the advantage because they've played this game last week. But Marie second, Nikki third, Lena fourth, and Georgina fifth. All right, so this is how it goes. Super simple, right? Nice, easy premise. Next question. True or false? My first ever book was titled The Book Direct Playbook. Hit blue for yes, hit red for no. Hit blue for yes, hit red for no. The questions are here. The questions should be on the screen. Can you all see the screen? And then on your phone or your device, should you be just blue or red? Fantastic. All right, true. Some people said false. So the answer is blue. All right, very cool. Very cool. So I'm glad this works. All right, so let's see who got it right. The next questions are going to start to get a little bit harder because I surveyed 5,000 people and the answers to the questions are going to be based on the survey. All right. So Marie, straight up into the leaderboard. So the scores are numbered by how quick you answer. All right. So how quick you answer. So Marie, Georgina, Jack. So Marie is winning at the moment. Yeah. So 2 devices. So you need the screen in front of you, right? And then your phone or whatever is what you're going to be answering on. Phone, tablet, whatever. However you do it. Me and Liam tested this once and I didn't know what he was looking at. He was literally just going off his phone and he couldn't see my screen. So he was just guessing the answers, but we're getting there. So Robin is the highest climber, up 10 places. So we surveyed 5,000 hosts from around the world, right? This is the quiz. What is the most common average night stay? Out of the 5,000 people that we surveyed, what do you think is the most common average nightly stay? 1 to 2 nights, 3 to 5 nights, 7 to 9 nights, or 10 nights plus? All right. So what do you think? You got 3, 2, 1. All right. The answer was 3 to 5 nights. So 22 of you got that right. Who got that right in the Zoom chat? Who got that right? Say yes. Say me. Who got it right? Who's enjoying this? Is this good? Does this make this more interactive, fun-teractive? Good. Glad you're enjoying it. All right. Here we go. Jack. Kieran is the highest climber, up 16 places. Jack, you're up at top. Nikki second. Andy T, enjoyed the pause, Paula, and Erica. All right. All right, next question. What is the most common overall occupation level for the past 12 months? So what's the most common occupation level? So out of everybody that we asked, and I said, how much occupation level have you got, as in like accommodation level? How many people have been in your property for the past 12 months? Was it 36 to 50? Was it 51 to 65? 66 to 75, 76 to 85, 86 to 100. Remember, this is people from all over the world. This is people from many different types, whether it's 1 property to 50 properties. What do you reckon the answer is? The correct answer was 66 to 75. If you were the 8 people who guessed correctly, put your hands up. Shirley, correct. 66 to 75%. Fantastic. All right, so let's see. What's that got to do with the scoreboard? Don't forget, the winner will win a special boosted prize. Erica, boom, it's gone straight to the top. Haley's in second, Jack's in third, Nikki's fourth, Shirley is fifth. Tough round. 14 of you lost your answer streak. That's a tough question. I've totally forgot what the next one is, so let's see together what it is. The majority of hosts, true or false, the majority of hosts are using dynamic pricing software tools. Is it true or false? Blue for true, red for false. The majority of hosts interviewed out of 5,000 people, are they using dynamic pricing software tools? You've got 4, you've got 3, you've got 2, you've got 1. The answer is false, which is a bit crazy. 2021, I was talking about this so much about using dynamic pricing software tools. You've got to bring them into your life, into your world. Obviously, Book Direct Blueprint, which is the second book. Got Price Labs. Please make sure you get a dynamic pricing software in your world. Very important. But yeah, the majority of people said false. So 27 of you got that right. Let's see what that does to the leaderboard. Erica is on a streak. Where is Erica? 5 correct answers in a row. Well done, Erica. Haley second, Jack third, Nikki fourth, and Shirley in fifth. All right, here we go with the next question. True or false? The majority of hosts use email marketing tools. 11. You got 10 seconds. Now I know the answer to this one, obviously, but also as well, I love that GIF. False. And it was overwhelmingly false. Now, this is the cool thing about what we've talked and showed today with ChatGPT, is that now it makes life so much easier in terms of email marketing, because you can come into that software and you can ask for inspiration, you can ask for titles. For a lot of you, I know you don't like writing, but it's going to make it so much easier to do now. And as well, content creator, Boostly content creator, we've got the email templates in there, which is good. To give you a little sneak peek, don't go telling anybody about this, but we are looking with what the service that we offer of making emails much more automated and built into your business. And we're trying to do something for hopefully Q2. I'm going to be interviewing a company that's doing so at the moment called Switchback very soon. So I'm very excited to share that with you. And as well, everybody, please look at StayFi this year. STAYFI, please look at StayFi. What they're doing next is going to really help everybody automate emailing. So if you're not using it, please do. Okay, what are the scores? Erica, you're in the lead. Very closely followed by Jack and Nikki and Anne and Paula. Well done. All right, next question. True or false? The majority of hosts have set up a property management software tool. True or false? The majority of hosts have set up. Need to change that. That's grammatically incorrect. The majority of hosts have set up a property management tool. True or false? Have. So Guesty, Facebook, free to book, sorry, not Facebook. Hostfully. Ooh, that's so close. 18 of you said yes, which is the right answer. 19 of you said false. So who's the one who got it right? Who's somebody's logged themselves out. So the pin is at the bottom of the screen, 7316223. So thankfully, a lot of people have set it up. The percentage was something like, I think 70% had, which is good. Good. So again, we talk about this in the book Diet Blueprint, the importance of having a property management software tool. The problem is there's so much choice. There's about 1,000+ choices. Quick one in the Zoom chat. Who do you use for your property management software? I guarantee we're going to have like 10 different answers right now. So Logify, OwnerRez, Newbook, OwnerRez, Guesty, Zevu, Beds24, Free to Book, Super Control, Hospitable. Yeah. See, it's crazy. All right. Eyes back down. It's close. Nikki zoomed into the lead. Erica dropped down to third. Anne in second. Marie in fourth. Sue in fifth. Well done, Nikki. All right, we're coming into the end straight now. What are the majority of hosts doing to market their business proactively? So what are the majority of hosts doing? So those that are proactively marketing their business, what do you think is the #1 answer? Facebook ads, Google ads, leaflets, SEO, posting in Facebook groups, or influencer marketing? What do you think it is? The correct answer was Facebook ads. The large majority of them were doing Facebook ads, which is interesting, which is a tough one. 20 of you said it was Facebook groups. A lot were, but not the majority. The majority of people are doing Facebook ads. Now, we don't know if they're doing it well. There's obviously that little chestnut, but the majority of people are doing Facebook ads. Let's see what that does to the scores. Nikki is just in there with Anne right behind. Jack is back on the scene in third with Andy T and Erica in fifth. Hadil was the highest climber, up 7 places. All right, next one. What percentage of their total bookings do you think was direct? What percentage of their total bookings do you think was direct? Direct, not from an OTA, direct. So 0 to 25, 26 to 50, 51 to 75, 76 to 100. Yeah. So only 0 to 25%. And this is my main problem with Facebook ads, right? The main problem with Facebook ads is that if you're going to run Facebook ads, you need to have a proper way of tracking it. And the only way to properly track a true Facebook ad conversion is by the money received, which is a booking. And the problem with that is that the majority of the PMSs that you mentioned don't have proper tracking. So if you can't do proper tracking to see if an actual goal is being achieved, then there's no way for you properly knowing if your direct bookings are working or not with Facebook ads. This is what I mean by not doing it properly. There's lots of other ways to do Facebook ads, and we've discussed it in the Boostly Academy training. You can go check it out on lead forms, etc. But this is my main problem, and this is why we do what we do. 5,000 people surveyed, percentage of total direct bookings over the last 12 months, 0 to 25%. So this is why we need to do what we do and to keep on improving. So, but what does that do to the scores? Anne is up in first place. Kieran is the highest climber, up 9 places. Jack in second, Nikki third, Dana in fourth, and Marie in fifth. All right, next question, straight back in. There's not many to go. All right, which OTA channel? This one's an easy one. Which OTA channel is bringing in the majority of the bookings? Airbnb, Verbo, Booking.com, or other? This is pretty obvious. I'd be amazed if anybody gets this wrong. But let's see who was the quickest. I'm enjoying this. I hope you're enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. There we go. Airbnb overwhelmingly was the biggest, which, you know, for your individual market, it may not be, right? But you got to think of this as a worldwide survey that was done. I can't give you much context because there's a lot of people that have entered, but Airbnb was the biggest channel. Crazy stat. In 2017, Airbnb took up 15% of the total market. The projection is by 2025, so only 2 years away, they are going to take 60 to 70% of the whole market, which is an alarming rise, which is an alarming trend. They have verbiage short-term rentals, which is why I do what I do, which is why we do what we do. And we've got to re-educate hosts to stop telling themselves that they are an Airbnb business. It's not good. And this is the problem. By 2030, I forgot that this slide was here. The problem is by 2030, 80% of all bookings are projected to be via an OTA. Airbnb will control 65% of the market by 2025. And Airbnb is verbaged. I love that word. Verbaged short-term rentals. That is the problem. And this is why we do what we do. Luckily, direct bookings percentage on the rise year on year since 2019. Obviously, with COVID, that had a massive impact on that because obviously OTAs shut down their calendars and so people had to book direct, which is good. Boostly, so bringing it back to Boostly, £5 million of tracked direct bookings generated via Boostly websites last year. And if you all want to get the up-to-date tracker on this, if you come to boostly.co.uk/board, this is a live tracker. So this is something that I've been wanting to build for months now, and you can have it up and running all the time. This is cool. We've literally just done this today. So 1 million bookings in 2023 direct. You can see that this is the country by revenue. This is the broken down by PMSs. So this is the revenue generated by PMS. This is the number of websites broken down. Don't ask Nikki because we're trying to figure that out with Gecko board. So this is all built on Gecko board. This pulls it in from Google Sheets and things that I don't understand, but we're working on that. This is the total number of live websites. And then this is cool. So this is average revenue per website. So this is super cool. The thing that we're trying to build out moving forward. So in Q3, we're going to have some pretty massive new things coming, hopefully Q2, which means that we'll have all of this information for your own individual sites on your own dashboard. We are building out something amazing behind the scenes, and I can't talk too much about it because I scared the development team when I do talk about it. But it's going to be pretty epic, which is cool. Let me go back to where I was. Where even was I? Right, let me stop sharing my screen because I can't. Some things I can't share on this screen. Nope. Yep. Smooth as always. And then, yeah, Book Direct Day is coming on the 1st of February, 2023. This is hopefully going to generate millions of impressions and will re-educate hosts and hopefully educate guests as well about the reason why we book direct. Let's see what the next screen is. All right, here we go. This is the podium. Number 3 was Nikki. Give Nikki a round of applause. Number 2 was Jack. Round of applause for Jack. And number 1. Well done, Anne. So whoever Anne was, whichever Anne you are, Anne, please email me and just say that you were Kahoot Big Boostly quiz winner, and I'll get something cool off to you. We'll share the podium as well, share via the link, which is cool. So that was, let's get rid of that. That was the Big Boostly quiz to finish it off. We're going to do more of that next week. I'm going to get more questions and we're going to have lots more fun. I hope you enjoyed that. This is just a sign of things to come. For those that have got a ticket for the Big Boostly Bash, which is in November 2023, it's going to come around sooner before you know it. We have got some more cool things like that. I want it to be the funnest event this year that you're going to go to. We've got Robbie Williams tribute act. We've got ABBA tribute lined up. I'm trying to get a comedian. I'm trying to get a stand-up comedian, also a hypnotherapist, to come down. And we've got games, we've got fun, and much, 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 much more. So if you want to know more about that, send me a message. But that's coming up in November. And to everybody else, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. I hope it's been beneficial. I hope you've learned a little bit more about AI. Next week, we're going to delve into it much more. We're going to have some actionable advice that you can be doing, actionable tasks for you to be doing. And we're going to really dive into this topic, which is ChatGPT. If you want to join in, that's boostly.co.uk/AI. For everybody that is tuning in and tuned in on YouTube, very, very good of you to do so. Thank you very much. I should have really stopped it for this last bit, but it's still going. So if you are tuning in, you cannot, on the replay, you cannot play that game that we just played. Literally for the